Hello, everyone, and welcome to Character Player, where story is the real DM. We're artists by day and nerds by night. And tonight, we're diving back into Ravenloft. So, Ricky, tell us a bit about stuff before we get into it.
Okay,
no.
so got a couple of announcements. First and foremost, our Eldoria detour, the Depths of Avarice, is going to be continuing on September. I had the date and I now forgot it. Let me look it up again. Episode 2 will be September 20th. So if you guys are going to catch up with that, you can catch the first episode of the Eldoria Detour on our YouTube and on our Twitch here, and check out the second session at the end of September. Also, we have some really cool things coming out on our YouTube. Sorry, I'm listening to myself talk on the Twitch just to check audio at the same time I'm talking. It's really throwing me off. I need to stop listening to that for a second. We have a lot of cool things coming out on our YouTube, so please go and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have things like Demystifying, where we break down different aspects of D&D, whether that be for DMs or for players. We have some other really cool shows that we're going to be working on for you guys too, so please go over to YouTube and subscribe at Character Player. And please follow us on our social medias at Character Player on Instagram, TikTok, and at Character Play on Twitter. And we also want to give a really special shout out to the people who make some of our world come alive with their sound and music. So a big thank you to Syrinscape, SwordCoastSoundscapes, Michael Gelfi, and of course, David Kaiser Music. Thank you all so much for lending your amazing talents to our show and allowing us to use those things for free, because they really bring our worlds alive. And lastly, I want to say a big thank you to Hero Forge for allowing us to use their character builder on their mini building site to use for character art. I have my Havok mini right here. I built this on Hero Forge, and they had it made and sent to me. Their character builder is fantastic. If you guys have never used it, it's really cool. It's got all kinds of customizations that you can do, and then you can get it sent to you either as these nice plastic ones. You can even have them painted and sent to you, or you can get metal ones as well, which is really cool. So please go check out Hero Forge, the custom miniature builder, and build your character today, because they're pretty awesome. Other than that, Justin, I don't think I have any other announcements that I can think. Oh, I'm sorry. One more thing. As you guys can tell, Seth Crowe, our Newton Fright, aka Kyle the Bard, aka Ham Stevens, aka Loretta Lee, will not be here tonight, unfortunately. We are going to miss him/her very dearly, but he should be back with us next time. So we wish Seth well. He'll be back with us soon. I think that's it, Justin, as far as I know.
No,
All
we
right.
need more announcements. We need more announcements.
More announcements. Okay, let's
That's the
see.
whole show.
Have you guys seen Free Guy? No, I'm just kidding. In
All
theaters
right.
now.
Today's episode is brought to you by.
Oh,
Well, with that, we are going to dive into tonight's episode of Ravenloft. So, last we left off, our adventurers were guests of honor at the Festival of the Blazing Sun and enjoyed all that it had to offer. They made their way over to Vokter House, a bit north in Vallaki, to enjoy a little garden party and get the chance to meet Fiona Vokter. After a brief conversation with her, the burgomaster arrived, beckoning them to be the head of a parade. And they all jumped on board with the burgomaster, not very eagerly, but at least playing the part, and made their way through the town back to the town square. As the burgomaster gave a speech for the Festival of the Blazing Sun and went to light the large wicker sun that was on stage, it began to rain. And the burgomaster was unable to light the sun, causing a laugh to rise from a guard in the crowd. That guard was pulled on stage by the burgomaster and struck multiple times before Aerith stepped in, convincing the burgomaster to put the guard in the stocks instead. This moment, along with everything they've seen in Vallaki thus far, prompted the players to return to the Blue Water Inn and begin discussing in their room the possibility of a leadership change in Vallaki. And as they were discussing this, they heard a knock at their door.
Yeah.
And that is where we're going to begin. You are all standing in your room at the Blue Water Inn. The sounds of the festival are a bit quieter in the room, but you can still make out the noises of revelry coming just outside the window. At the moment, though, the gentle knocking on the door is the noise that has your attention. Your dog that's with you paws up towards the door. What are you doing?
Barb,
Hello?
Barb, get over here. Barb, come on.
I
Pads
start
back to you.
sort of playing on the lute and sort of humming along to a song and kind of gesture for someone to get the door.
Yes, who is it?
It's Erwin. I just wanted to give you a fair warning.
Oh, thank you. I think I've missed that detail. Did you know that?
I didn't know that detail. No.
You know, I really don't know all the customs here, so I had no idea.
Very good. Thank you so much.
Of course.
Let us continue the revelry. Hey!
Yay!
Well, you can take your time. Just maybe don't stay up here too long.
Very good.
With that, he closes, or he starts walking away at least.
Thanks, Erwin. Thank you.
I do not know what she sees in that man.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, I was thrown off by that.
I
don't know. He seemed really nice to me. That was really cool of him to come in, just make sure that we're not going to get in trouble again, like we constantly do here.
Yeah, I mean, do we have anything else we really need to discuss? I mean, we just have to find out more information from the owner, right? Because we're going back to her, right?
We could also talk to your brother, quote. Because I imagine, like, without talking to him, like, that's not going to go over very well, right?
I think asking for forgiveness is better. Because
only if you expect to be forgiven.
Or not. He feels beholden to the burgomaster. So
He might rat us all out with leaving you out of the equation.
Yes. He would definitely, there's a conflict of interest there. So I wouldn't want to put him into this, where he had to make a decision between the two of us. I've only just
Not until it's upon him anyway.
That's right. So again, asking for forgiveness rather than permission.
Okay.
Which is why I believe I should be there when our lovely lady here does the deed.
Oh, not me.
I mean, whatever deed.
You were hoping to watch.
What?
You hoping to watch me kill the burgomaster? What were you thinking, Havok?
You know what? I'm just very confused by everything. I don't know.
Your mind out of the gutter, sugar.
And that's where it was born, and that's where it's gonna stay.
Well, speaking of gutters, shall we go and kick our feet in some gutters and mud? Does this town even have gutters?
Maybe talk to some guards, see what their ideas are on everything that's happened today.
Yes, I think that would be a good idea.
Maybe talk to the father.
We definitely should talk to the father.
He seemed pretty nonplussed.
You know that means both things, right?
No.
Nonplussed?
I don't know. I tried to use a word that I heard someone say, and I don't.
Well, you're not technically using it incorrectly. It's just difficult because nonplussed sort of means both bothered and unbothered. It's a very confusing word.
Hmm. Damn.
I
You
think
were half right.
That's more than I usually am.
You're welcome.
well, I'm glad we got that cleared up. Shall we to the father?
Yes, now. Yeah, sure.
Very good. I strike up a sort of rousing melody and start singing about the sun and trying to call it from the clouds and make my way out of the room.
Okay. Make a performance check for me. I believe this would be a disadvantage at the moment.
His face. Oh, that was funny.
Okay.
Probably
Well, good thing I'm
character sheet.
pretty good at this. So that's a 19.
Okay. As you make your way down the stairs leading out to the main roadway, you sing a very lovely, uplifting song, and people turn and start clapping. And you see some people are pretty drunk at this point. They're singing along, despite the fact they don't know the words, just kind of singing along with you. The sun.
Hey! All right, one last time.
And you do see, as you guys head outside, it does seem like there are less people out and about. Still a big crowd, but it's starting to thin out a bit. It's probably around like 4. So the festival will be ending soon.
Okay.
There are guards around, I assume. Yes.
Yeah, you see guards, some that are just stationed on the roadway and some that are walking along it.
Do any of them seem like upset or like a little bit more like, do any of them look like they're gossiping? Like, oh fuck, that was fucked up. Yeah, I know, right?
How long are you studying these different guards? I'd say there's probably about 5 you can see.
I would like to, well, Aerith is performing. That's what I would like to be doing.
Okay. Make an insight check.
Yeah, maybe can I like stop in a center of a square or something and try to create a little crowd?
Sure. You kind of stop and keep playing, and some of those drunken fans of yours make their way over and begin dancing. One of them actually places a hat by your feet, and you watch as a copper coin gets thrown in.
You have a mind for business.
Wait, why is he getting paid for Aerith singing?
Oh, don't. You don't have a mind for business. Don't worry about it, Havok. It's fine.
11.
It's really tough to say. It looks like the guards. So you see 3 separate guards that are stationed along the road, just kind of manning their post, and then you see 2 guards walking together to the east, and they are in conversation. But it's tough to read what is the subject of that conversation, or even their moods around it.
Am I able to see the guard that's in the stocks from here?
Oh no, that guard is probably about a 8-minute walk.
Okay.
I just want to. I'm definitely on edge, as we're kind of out and about, especially as we've started like kind of conspiring, and so I'm definitely both like on edge and nervous. So I'm just kind of like my like posture is like very kind of like upright and like static, and I'm constantly just kind of like looking around to see if like anybody's like following us or like giving us weird looks, just because I'm kind of paranoid at this point already.
Okay. Make a perception check
With a disadvantage. 11.
as you glance around this crowd that are dancing around Aerith, and you see some people who didn't come over but are just going about their business. You do catch a figure in a cloak looking in your direction, maybe about 30 feet away.
Okay, I'll just.
But are they looking at you or are they looking at Aerith? It's tough to say.
I'll just keep my eye on that person as discreetly as possible.
By the way, Stiki grabbed the journal, the book that was between the mattresses before we left the room.
50 Shades of Goblin?
That's one, yes, that's one.
Not that one.
And did you bring the dog? Anyone?
I didn't.
I brought the
Ezra's
dog.
not a dog person.
I couldn't.
Gotcha.
I could not leave the dog in the room just because I don't know the rules are. If we have to be outside, do dogs have to be outside? I don't. And then what if he has to go to the bathroom? I would feel terrible. And then they'll make our room gross.
As Havok is thinking this, Havok, you notice movement from the cloaked figure as they begin to approach you.
Me specifically, or just our group?
Your direction.
Okay. I tense up a little bit, and my hand kind of just like goes towards my mace, just ever slightly.
Okay. They stop about 10 feet away from you.
From Havok.
Yes.
Okay. I'm just staring at them.
Oh, you turn around and stare at them.
Oh, they're behind me? Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. I'll just wait.
Okay.
We don't notice.
I don't think you guys were looking for this, so no.
No.
Aerith, you're continuing to play. Are you playing another tune, or are you just gonna end after one?
Well, as I see people are trying to sing along, I, segue magnificently smoothly into the song that we were singing at the ceremony, which I believe people were sort of singing along with that one. Since I see that people are trying to sing along, like, okay, well, you know this one, and then I, launch into that song.
Gotcha. Make another performance check, but this one just naturally. You don't have to roll disadvantage.
Okay. 16.
Okay, yeah. As you transition, you see kind of the light in the audience's eyes rise as they begin to sing with you. Some of the drunken, like this group of pretty drunk men and women kind of put their arms around each other and start swaying as they sing.
Sweet Caroline.
Ba, ba, ba.
I love this song.
I think if Aerith was going to do one more after that one, I think Ezra would sort of lean in. And if there was, how like there are some songs that have like kind of a revolutionary undertone without being like obviously revolutionary, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like into club.
Yeah, DJ.
Yeah, or like
DJ
how
Khaled?
like a lot of shanties kind of have that vibe.
Yeah. I gotcha.
I think Ezra would encourage Aerith to sing something like that.
The times they are changing.
And would sing along.
Okay. As you transition out of the song they know to this more...
Come gather around, people.
They're into it, but they can't sing along as well. So some of the fervor that you had built is lost in this next song.
Oh, okay. Well, as I notice that like the further's dropped, I'll try to get some sort of like, I'll put down the loots or let go into the strap and try to get like a rhythm going and get people into it. And anyway, I'll try to get them into it.
I'm just going to make a roll to see how these drunk people do with having a rhythm.
I definitely make them clap on the 2 and 4.
They're definitely doing that at first. And then there's
28.
that one. Ooh, bravo.
Oh, is it to disadvantage or?
No, we'll leave it at that.
Oh.
Yeah, you get pretty much everyone clapping in unison. You do notice there's this one fellow who looks like he is seconds away from passing out, and his claps are kind of...
Oh.
So.
No.
Is the person behind me clapping, the cloaked figure?
They are.
Okay.
while Aerith is singing this sort of subtly revolutionary tone, does anyone in the audience seem to like get it at all, or is like interesting? Like,
I guess I would have to know, what are the lyrics to this revolutionary song?
I don't know.
How subtle are we talking here?
Fight the power. Fight the powers that be.
No.
Fight the power.
It's like
I don't know, something from like Northern Ireland. Like,
this might shock you, Rhea, but that means very little to me.
I don't know.
Understanding how subtle this is.
You uncultured swine.
I think like because I was singing about the sun before. I think
Mhm.
I'll be singing about a new dawn, and like it's time for a new light to sort of is on the horizon.
Okay.
But it's in metaphor. It's not like your pitchforks and
Yeah. I'm gonna have you, Aerith, go. This is a song that you're making up on the spot?
I mean, I have a pretty expansive repertoire, so I could probably pull something from,
Okay, fair enough. Ezra, go ahead and make an insight check as you're looking at the crowd.
and as my D&D Beyond stops glitching, there we go. Any day now, buddy. Come on. There we go. It didn't like that I was telling it to hurry up. I got a critical failure.
But it's still an ability check, so
It's just tough to
5?
read. Yeah, it's tough to read. Everyone's pretty sauced at this point. It is dark out. It's raining. It looks like some people are maybe swaying a bit more passionately to this, but it's tough for you to tell, is this passion for an actual change, or is this kind of drunken, I love you, man, I love you too, man?
Yeah,
That kind of.
sure.
and I begin to wrap up the song and and sort of say, all right, be well, brothers and sisters of the sun, and
All will be well.
all be well. I kind of halfway say that.
You hear all will be well returned to you from a decent size number of people watching. And a lot of them clap. Some of them throw more coins into the hat.
I go to the hat and pick up the hat, gather all the coins, put them in my pocket, and very confidently just hand the hat to the owner. Hey, thank you very much. That was a great idea. All right, let's go. And I head towards the door.
Hey, a coin for my troubles.
Oh, sure. And I flip him a gold coin.
Throws his hat back on.
Good thinking, quick thinking.
Just as a for me as a clarification thing, Aerith, have you dropped your Andril disguise? Or are you still wearing your Andril disguise and going as Aerith?
I'm pretty much. I mean, the thing is, I dyed my hair, or like bleached it, whatever. So I'm kind of like half.
That's what.
Andril,
Okay.
half
So
Aerith right now. I'm not doing the accent of Andril. So I've sort of dropped it for now.
okay. I
This
just
is
wanted to be sure.
out of game or whatever.
Yeah, above board as Rhea Jesus. Okay.
But yeah. So, but and I think he still has probably like a little bit of like the makeup for the mustache or whatever, and looks a little crazed, as Aerith always does.
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah.
Wait, your disguise is makeup?
What was that?
Your disguise is makeup?
Yeah, Ezra helped me out with some.
That's right. Would the rain have affected that?
Probably.
It is looking a bit.
Because I don't think I've ever
Dripping down his lips.
Yeah, it works for wear.
Maybe it's hard to notice because you're standing next to a 6 foot tall, soaking wet hyena.
And a half orc.
Wet dog. Yep. Who's like 6'5", 6'6". How tall is Stiki?
Yeah, huh? 6.
How tall is Stiki?
6'7", I think. I don't remember what I
Jesus,
put. I think it's 6'7".
Yeah.
So what are you
It's
guys
looking
doing?
A little rough for wear.
Going to the father.
Yes. As we're going to the father, I want to go over to Ezra and Father, I noticed that you're trying to keep an eye out for any sort of hints of revolution or people being unsettled, and I think I can help you out. So I'm gonna use a little magic. That's all right with you, and I'm going to pull out a let's see. So I should put this up. Oh, from inside of my tablet or whatever, pull out an owl's feather and place it upon your forehead and sing a little ditty that sort of reminds you of an owl sort of swooping through the darkness. And you now have owl's wisdom, and you have advantage on wisdom checks, so like insight, perception, right?
Nice.
Cool. For the next hour.
Great. Does going to the father's place take us past the stocks?
It does not, no. As you guys begin to walk towards the Church of St. Andrew's, Stiki, the book you brought along with you, where did you put it on your person?
In my hip.
Okay.
In my back.
You start to feel this warmth from the book kind of emanating into your skin.
Okay. Stiki like rolls his hips and he's like, "Woo, it's warm." And we're still outside in the rain, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna open it because I don't want to mess up that paper. So I'm just gonna keep going.
Okay, sounds good. You guys make your way to the Church of St. Andrew's. You do see around this area of Vallaki, again, people are out and about, but it's a bit thinner than by the Blue Water Inn. The church doors are currently closed at the moment.
I would knock.
Okay.
Aren't churches supposed to be open like at all times? Isn't that a thing?
This is a special
Well,
festival.
I say I think everybody's supposed to be like out and about. So I don't. Maybe it's closed for the day. I think that's weird, but yeah. I don't know.
Well, Ezra, as you knock on the door, you hear the echoes of it ringing through the church. And after a moment, the door opens, creaks open, and standing behind it, you do see Father Lucian.
Can you remind me really, really quick? What happened our last actual interaction with Father Lucian?
I believe the last full interaction you guys had was meeting Andrei Duviskov in the basement of the church. He
Right.
told you about the Reformation Center, and the father had been hiding him from the burgomaster.
He broke out.
Thank you.
So good to see you. I trust you're enjoying the festival.
Of course.
It's
How are
fun.
you?
Yes, I was luckily given the opportunity to return to my church, as I do have some work to do for the Feast of St. Andros tomorrow, and the burgomaster allowed that of me.
There's a feast tomorrow.
A religious holiday, if you will. That's probably not the right word for it. A holy day for my church.
Oh, what is involved? Is there any way we can help?
Well, would you like to come in out of the rain?
Yes, please.
With that, he swings the door open a bit wider, kind of gestures you all to follow. Oh, and you have a new four-legged friend.
Yeah, this is Barb. This Barb.
Bob. And he kind of very gently kneels down and puts his hand out, and Barb kind of hides behind you for a moment, Havok.
Oh.
Then looking out, pokes her head around and comes a bit forward to follow Lucian's hands, and then he begins to pet her, and she kind of eases into it.
Okay.
So, what is all involved in this feast of Saint Andrel?
Well, nothing too extraordinary. We have a ceremony in the evening, mass, where we give thanks to Andrel's blessing upon this church. And yes, I expect it to be a good time. I just wanted to clean a bit and make sure everything was ready.
Now, I have to say, I'm a little bit surprised. I wouldn't expect the Burgomeister to, well, allow any thanks to be given to anyone else.
Well, the Burgomaster knows the importance of this church in Vallaki and how it aids in the safety of the people.
And St. Andrel was a follower of the Morning Lord, I assume?
St. Andrew's the one who found this church.
Um,
Is there something on your
this
mind,
is-
my son?
Well, first of all, perhaps a theological question, or in your professional opinion. And I sort of look around, and is anyone else in the church? Or?
Not that you can see.
In your professional opinion, why do you think that the fire didn't fight the on fire didn't light?
Well,
Why did the Morning Lord show their power?
in my professional opinion, it would be the rain. He gives a wry little smile to you as he says that.
Ezra would chuckle.
And this Saint Andrew, who were they?
Well, the story goes that Andrel came here with people who were being hunted by the devil. And he built this home, and the devil could not enter. So the devil waited and said, "One day you'll have to leave." But Andrel didn't. He stayed. He gathered followers, and he built this church stronger and mightier. And he did perish inside the church walls,
But not at the hand of the devil.
but not at the hand of the devil.
Do you believe that this church was part of the reason why the devil is not able to enter this town?
I do. Yes, I do.
Was the church here before the city? Like, was the city built around the church?
I'm afraid I'm not sure.
I kind of look to Ezra and
Two things. First thing, what is the state of the church? Like, does it look pristine and like any repairs that need to be made are made, or does it look like it's in a little bit of disrepair?
Disrepair is maybe too strong of a word. It looks dirty, like they could use a good sweep. But I wouldn't say it's anything out of, like, you're not seeing broken pews or something. It's nothing out of the ordinary.
And then secondly, I would like to, what is he telling the truth? What's his vibe? What's going on?
Make a vibe check, insight check.
Vibe check.
Vibe check.
Wow. 17.
You get the sense that something is troubling him. Whether or not he's telling the truth about him believing that the church makes Vallaki safer is tough to say. It seems like he does believe it, but there's something else on his mind.
I think Ezra would be like, would softly just, if St. Andrew is the reason Vallaki is safe from the devil, doesn't it upset you that the Burgomaster's taking credit for all of it?
I don't need my name nor St. Andrew's name blown up. Doing good is good for goodness sake.
But I have to be very frank here. Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
No, I was just going to say, but is he doing it for goodness sake, or is he doing it for his own?
And can you and the men and the women in the stocks? I mean, is that doing good? Is that forcing people to have faith? I mean, that's not real faith, is it really? To be forcing people to participate in these ceremonies, and is that the teaching of the Morning Lord? I mean, I'm sorry to be very frank. We're new here, obviously, not very familiar with the faith of the Morning Lord. But can you?
I feel I've been very kind and open with you, and I would ask that you be the same with me. If you have something to say, come out right and say it.
Is the Burgomaster a good leader? Or do you have the same reservations about him that we do?
He glances around the church. I do not know what keeps the devil at bay. I know that the devil has not entered Vallaki for 100 years. That doesn't mean I agree with everything that the Burgomaster does. No, it is not the way of the Morning Lord.
Are you hesitant to, for the sake of the safety of the people of Vallaki, hesitant to upset any sort of the balance that keeps the devil at bay by whatever means necessary? I mean, are you? Does it bother you that perhaps the devil is being kept away through an evil means? I mean, I get that feeling. Do you have the feeling as well?
Of course it bothers me. But what would you have me do?
Okay. Would you prefer if somebody else was in power in the city?
And choose your words carefully. Obviously,
These are
very frank, honest,
dangerous conversations to be having.
Yes,
The
they are.
thing we're having with somebody who's trustworthy.
But it was everything I could do to keep the Burgomaster from
Killing that boy.
murdering him.
He's saved one, but there's been others.
Yes, exactly. It's wrong.
That is somewhat the point.
And maybe because we're not from around here and we're naive, but maybe that's what Vallaki needs. A fresh perspective. And
to be clear, we're not asking you to do something that you're uncomfortable doing. We want to know if others feel the same way as we do, as you do.
It's hard to say. The people of Vallaki have lived in fear for a very long time. In fear of an outside source, of something you don't understand. Can drive you to accept things you normally wouldn't. Things you know are wrong, but turn a blind eye to for the safety of yourself and those you care for. I know there must be some. I know there are some that would agree with your line of thought. But I don't know how many.
Still have our work cut out for us. But that's what we're trying to discover.
You plan to overthrow the Burgomaster.
I think perhaps what we plan should be left unshared. That way, should anything go wrong, you can deny any knowledge of it.
As he asks the question, you plan to, kind of like usurp the Burgomaster. I would like to kind of read into how he feels about that statement as he says it.
Make an insight check.
Also do that?
Sure.
Just I as he's talking, I'm just listening very closely to his intonations and kind of how those words are coming out.
23.
I got a 15.
Seems nervous, Havok. That's what you get. Ezra, you still pick up on, even in this kind of very heated not heated, but big conversation about some important things. His mind is still somewhat elsewhere.
I would wait for, because I said something, so I'll wait for him to respond before I.
What did you say, my child? I'm afraid I had something else on my mind for a moment.
Yeah, yes, I've noticed your mind seems to be elsewhere. Is there something else going on?
You said that I was trustworthy for you and your friends. Yes.
I hope so.
I mean,
Yeah, we'd like to believe that.
I really appreciate that.
Yeah. Did we make a
putting our
mistake?
faith in you right now. Yeah.
I'd like to put my trust in you in this moment.
You have it?
I'm nervous for tomorrow's feast of St. Andros. You see,
Why?
there is an artifact I keep in this church underneath, through the catacombs. The bones of St. Andros. It grants this church and myself magical properties, protection for the church grounds, and, well, some healing abilities of my own. But the bones have been taken, I fear. I went down there today and I saw they were gone. And without them, I have no ability to heal, and the church is no longer hallowed ground.
When's the last time before today that you saw them?
I was down there about a day or two after you all came to visit Andre.
How long ago was that?
That was like
4 days.
yes, 2 days ago.
2
4
days ago.
Sorry.
No, I think you're right, Havok. About 2 days ago, I saw it last.
Who's been down there since?
No one knows they're there other than myself and Arena, but she wouldn't.
Arena.
Arena knows. You must have told her very recently then.
I trust her. She's been learning under me, and I showed her where I got my powers, but Perhaps it's her youth, but she seems much stronger than me already.
Where is she? Where is Irina currently?
Out at the festival, I believe.
Does she know that they're missing?
I've not told her.
Did the catacombs lead anywhere?
No. Just to the room you'd seen, and there's a wall. It appears to be nothing but a normal wall, but when the right words are spoken, it reveals the bones.
Is he telling the truth that there's no like extra tunnels that lead anywhere?
Make an insight check.
13.
He definitely believes he is. Whether or not that is the case, unknown, but he definitely believes he's telling you the truth.
Do you have any idea, however, or instinct, where they might have gone, who might have taken them or be interested in their possession?
I do not. I'm sorry. I wish I knew, but I mean, the only people who've been down to the catacombs are you all, Andre, myself, Irina, and Milivoj.
And who?
Milivoj, you've all met him before.
The kid that helps. Yeah.
Yes, he helps at the orphanage and here as well.
And Andre was the one who escaped.
The Reformation Center, yes.
And there was a tunnel, correct? That he found a way
out of the Reformation Center.
And that was the one we went through.
Yeah,
that was the one you guys.
I don't think Andre, like when we talked to him last, he was in a state.
That's sort of what makes me worried. It might have been him.
I don't. Has he?
Not on
left?
purpose, not maliciously,
Well,
but
he hasn't left that room.
He's still down there. Yes.
I don't think he would even
well,
have the presence of mind to think of that.
I'm just saying, if he knew some other way out of the catacombs or in the underbelly of Vallaki, might be worth talking to him about whether or not he did it or told someone about it. I just think it'd be worth talking to him. Well, we got to start somewhere.
Andre's not seen the bones either. But if you think it's worthwhile to speak with him.
Well, maybe we shouldn't. There's probably the fewer people who know about it.
Where's Milivoj? Milivoj, I'm sorry.
And Milivoj doesn't know about them, correct? It's just you and Irina.
Yes, just Irina and myself. Milivoj has not been to work for the past couple of days. He's been ill.
Is he here on campus?
He's at the orphanage. He has a room there.
When did he become ill?
He started showing symptoms about 3 days ago and didn't come into work 2 days ago or the day before or today.
Is there any reason that St. Andrew would perhaps have some sort of effect on whoever might take them? And I don't want to say
like a magical effect,
or a curse placed upon whoever might take them. Any sort of protections in place.
Is so something I've never seen in all my years here.
And they've never been removed from the catacombs?
No.
Well, I don't know how much good it will do, but I think we got to start by looking at the catacombs.
I agree.
I was actually just going to say the same thing, Aerith. I was just going to say the same
I think we're
thing.
finally, getting a thing going here.
It's so nice to see you two come together.
Thank you, Loretta.
I mean,
you
let's
look beautiful,
just
by the
all
way.
together say our group name. Ready? 1, 2, 3. swing.
Right away.
What is it? Sling?
Shing.
I call it
The
swing.
hash slinging slasher.
The hash ringing.
We'll work on
You can
that.
call
Sorry.
us Bob.
Real quick, you said it's about like what, 4 something?
Yes.
What time is our dinner date?
I believe Fiona said sometime around
After
6,
some,
but
yeah.
it didn't seem too set in stone. No.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure we had time.
We gotta make time. Gotta do it. All
Yes,
right. Well,
I think we should start also with the catacombs.
Father, yes. Will you show us?
Yes, give me a moment. He
And
goes back
are we all right to be inside? I know we heard from someone that we're supposed to be outside. Do you think it's all right?
I'm not sure.
When
frankly.
does that sort of required time end?
A little while now.
Okay.
Sundown, which is about an hour, maybe 2 hours away.
Oh,
Well, we really made an appearance with your performance. Surely we can slip under the radar.
yes.
We were at the parade. We gave a performance.
Yes, we're fine.
Not
All
that I'm
right.
usually one to snub a party, but this isn't a particularly good one.
We're special.
Exactly.
At this point, Stiki,
Well,
the book
yes,
on your
Savannah.
hip is really letting off a lot of heat.
Okay. Stiki's like, oh, what is going on down there? And he pulls it out.
What?
Look like
Sorry, I got a cat on my shoulder.
What's going on down there? He pulls it out.
Pull it out.
You whip it out.
I whip it out.
You pull out the book. Okay.
Thank you.
And what do you do?
I look at it. And why is it hot?
Okay. You start to flip through it. You get to the page that has your sheet of paper that you've come to know.
Hmm.
Seems like the heat is emanating from it.
Okay, Stiki just like holds it up. It's like,
Stiki,
Hello?
as soon as you touch it,
yeah.
ink begins to ooze out of the page, sliding up your arm, covering you in this black ink as it continues to rise all across your body.
Are we
Oh my
watching this?
Do we see this?
Yeah.
You do not.
There you go.
Stiki, everything goes dark.
Fuck.
And as you open your eyes, go ahead and describe to us what your childhood village looks like.
Oh my god. Okay. There's little there's big huts. There are little orc children running around. I can see my dad. He has a thing and he's digging into they're planting for the season. And I make eye contact with my mama and she gives me a dirty look.
And as she does, trees begin to crop up around, blocking her from your sight. This grove of trees in front of you all of a sudden blocking the village. And then you hear that voice that always bullied you. Here's little Stiki.
No.
Time to break, little Stiki. You gonna sing us a song there, Stiki?
No.
You turn around and Stiki, you are 6'7", but right now you are back to being a child. And you are looking up at your bully that is much taller, much stronger than you. Come on, I want a song, Stiki. Sing me a song.
Stiki starts to run away and
Okay.
he screams for Tilly.
As you start to run, more trees shoot up, blocking your path. You go to run the other way. Again, trees shooting up out of the ground. And all the while, you hear the footsteps getting closer, and you shout for your sister. Screaming out, Tilly, you hear the echo through the forest. And then you feel a hand on your back. Your bully turns you around again, holds you up against a tree. I said, sing me a song, Stiki. Go on.
Okay. Stiki starts to hum through his tears, and I think just somewhere inside of him, he is back in this childhood memory, something that was very traumatic for him, but he is also, he's found like friendship and companionship, and he's found like a sense of strength within himself. So I think there's a sudden shift while he's crying and singing, and suddenly his little leg comes up and he kicks the bully between his legs.
Roll an attack.
Okay, hold on. Can I use strength, please?
Roll a d20, and you can add your strength modifier, sure.
Thank you.
Strength of heart.
Okay, 14.
Okay. You kick this bully, and he lets out a ah! And drops you. What are you doing?
Breathing.
You piece of shit!
I really. And then Stiki, he goes, "You're a bully!" And then he stomps on his hand. He like,
Ah!
"Stop bullying people!
And
You
at that,
jerk!"
he pulls out a dagger.
Oh shit! The little Stiki says, "Oh shit!" And then he starts running.
Come back here, you piece of shit! And he starts chasing after you with this dagger through the
shit.
woods. And then you see, stepping out with the sun behind her, behind this figure. You recognize it in your heart more than anything as your sister.
Tilly! He just
Her face
runs
is
for Tilly.
kind of dark because it's backlit from the sun, so you can't really see any features. But she makes her way towards you. And again, this feeling of warmth starts to come over you. But it begins to shift, Stiki, as she gets closer. And you start to feel this cold. And as you look up, you see Tilly. Blood streaming down her face, almost like tears from her eyes. When are you going to save me?
When
are you going to save me?
I can't
When are you
find
going
you.
to save me, Stiki? When are you going to save me, Stiki? When are you going to save me?
Tell me where
Stiki,
you
when are you
are.
going to save me?
Tilly, tell me where you are. I'm sorry.
And with that, Stiki, the tree to your right begins to, you look to it and you see these words in Orcish being written across it in this black ink. It just says, save her, over and over again. And you see as they're getting written, this glowing orb begins to appear in the center of the words, glowing this bright golden light. What are you doing?
Stiki walks up to it and he puts his hand on the words, or where the orb is.
Okay. You put your hands onto the orb. And Stiki, you feel a rage like you've never felt in your life before. A righteousness, an anger course through you. You could crush anyone that stood between you and your sister at this moment. And now you're back in the church. You're watching everyone begin to walk with Father Lucian towards the back of the altar.
No, yeah, it's sheen, like sheen, like with.
I don't know if I like that really though.
No, I don't either. It's just kind of what came out. When people put you in the spot, it's hard.
It is. It's difficult.
We'll work on it.
Stiki, you coming?
Where
We're going.
are we going? And then he just starts crying. He just starts crying.
Sticky.
Oh my.
I'm sorry. I'm okay, bro. I'm okay. I'm coming. Just give me a minute. It's fine.
Yeah. I go over to Sticky and sort of get him over to a pew.
Sticky
we can take
drapes himself
Oh.
over you and just lays his big green head next on your shoulder. He's like, "Thank you. You're such a good friend. Thank you so much."
Aerith, make a strength check. As a 6'7" Sticky lays across you.
All right. Well, it's not disadvantage. All right.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. Well, yeah, that's a +0.
Should I use my card? No. The 9.
So as you sit Sticky down on the pew and Sticky leans, you guys watch as Aerith just slides back.
Isn't that sweet?
It's all right.
Thank you so much. I'm okay. I promise. I'm okay. I just, you know what? I think I really want wine, but we should do that. We should go get some wine, right? We should get some wine.
Wine?
Wine?
What is happening? What is going on?
I don't know. I think I saw I opened my eyes and then I saw my mom and she looked mad at me because she always looked mad at me. And then I saw my dad, he was working, and then the bully, and I kicked him in the balls. I did. And then he started chasing me, and then I saw Tilly, but she was crying, and it was blood. There was blood on her eyes.
Sticky, you haven't gone anywhere. You've been right here.
I went there. I was there. You weren't there, but I was there. I saw everything. It was all, I ran. I was running.
When?
Just right now. Did I disappear? Where did I go?
No.
Nowhere.
Would you like to lay down? There's a guest room that you might...
Oh, I can't lay down. There's a lot of adrenaline going through me right now, but thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I can feel it. I mean,
You're such a good friend. Thank you. And he just leans into you again.
I think Ezra would look at Havok and kind of do like a toward Sticky.
Insight check.
Havok, you tell me if you understand that. You understand certain things, so...
I think normally I think I kind of get it, and I kind of nod like okay, and okay, I'll walk over there, but I don't know exactly what I'm supposed to do. But I'll walk over there. All right.
And just stand there? What are you...
Yeah, and as Sticky's crying on Aerith, I'm just kind of standing because you guys sat in the pews, right?
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
So yeah, I'm just kind of standing up behind the pew, just
If Sticky's face was kind of in Aerith's shoulder, I think Ezra would do a...
And I put my hand on Sticky's shoulder and just pat it very gently.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you, Aerith. You're such a good friend. I love you guys. I remember there was a tree, and then there was writing on the tree. It said "Save her" over and over and over again, and then glow. There was a glow.
What has this happened before? What brought this on? Just randomly?
I don't know. Did I fall? Did I pass out? Was I just standing there the whole time? Okay.
Has this happened before?
No.
Father, could it have anything to do with it being in the church?
I I've never seen anything like this, but it's possible, I suppose. Again, the bones haven't been gone, so perhaps it has something to do with that.
Maybe. Stiki, like it's obvious he's lying. He's like, maybe, I don't know what it could be. But he, yeah.
Well, perhaps it's best anyway if one or two of you stay up here just in case the guards do come. We'll be able to hail us down there. If we're all down there and the guards come, that could be problematic.
I'll stay up here with Stiki. I'm still super exhausted and probably won't be much help down there anyway.
All right, Stiki. I'll be back in a few minutes, and
Okay.
My shoulder is always here for you.
Thank you.
All right. But you're gonna have to get up now because I can't.
Havok, you should probably stay with Stiki. Aerith and I will go down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I suppose I'll stay with Stiki as well.
Thanks, Newton.
Yeah.
I mean, Loretta.
And Loretta comes up to you, Stiki, and kind of kisses her hand, and then just places her hand to your cheek. There, child.
Oh, you're so nice.
While they're having that interaction with like Stiki and Loretta, and transferring Stiki off of me, I want to go over to Havok, and as I'm passing by, sort of pat him on the shoulder, and then say, "Something about the book," and just keep walking.
Okay.
All right, Father. Which way is the catacombs?
Same as before. Follow me. He starts leading you behind the altar once again. Pulls back the rug that's over this trapdoor, pulls that open with a creak, and you see the ladder leading down into the darkness.
Well, brains before
Geronimo.
beauty. He'd say to Aerith, not to the priest. To Aerith, he'd say, "Well, brains before beauty."
I thought we had friendship or something.
Today, yes, I will agree to that.
All right. You guys
And,
head down?
Yeah, head down.
Okay. You head down into the darkness of the catacombs. Do you guys have dark vision? I think Ezra does, you know?
I do.
Oh, Aerith does.
Half
Okay.
elf.
I do.
Pretty
For
sure.
120 feet.
Cool. Yeah,
I-
so you guys get
I like
down
that
there.
part.
Easy enough for you to see. As Father Illusion comes down, he grabs a torch off the wall and lights it. And you guys begin walking kind of towards the same path you did last time to Andre's room. But as you come across that area, you kind of look inside the barred door, and you see that Andre's turned over, seemingly asleep. You probably have to go in to verify, but it looks like he's sleeping.
I don't like the way you said that.
You'd have to actually check, you know? I don't know. He looks like he's sleeping. But the father leads you a little bit further. You take a right down another passage, and then a left, and another right. And you come to this slab of stone. It looks like it is just that, just the end of this hallway. And as you wait there, Father steps forward, and you hear him mutter some words underneath his breath.
Can we catch what it is?
He's speaking it pretty quietly. Do either of you speak Celestial?
No. How
I
many
should've
of my
gone.
characters in D&D do, but Ezra
I
does
should have
not.
gone.
Man,
Yeah.
where are my languages? Where are they?
That's funny.
Probably not.
Okay, you can let me know during the break if it turns out you did.
Okay.
But with that, the door, the stone begins to kind of slide backwards, and you see this circular room, not super large, and a little stone altar that has this light kind of shining down on it. And as he turns to you, he just says, well, this is the resting place for the bones of Saint Andrel. And that's where we're going to take a break.
Oh.
Ooh.
Wow.
Ooh.
So we will
I just
be
have
back.
one question.
Yes.
Of the father. Was
Yes.
Saint Andrel good looking?
Yes.
Since Zine asked.
It matters.
It does.
He was. Yes.
Did he have blonde hair?
Oh, well, I didn't make that connection. Well,
Yeah,
We'll
right.
see.
I've been thinking that this whole
Does.
time.
I know. I really want to ask
something
him about
to
it.
do with it when we come back. So we'll see you all in a bit.
Hey.
and welcome back. So, just before we went to our break, Aerith and Ezra had made their way down into the catacombs with Father Lucian, who opened up this secret door to an altar that looks as though it's missing something sitting on top. This is where the bones are kept.
Wait, it looks like there's something sitting on top of the altar?
No, I'm sorry. It looks as though there should be something sitting on top. There is not.
Oh.
Oh, the bones are right here. Totally. Oh, I'm an old man,
Oh,
you
weird.
know?
Father, have you been taking your medicine? But Father, is it all right if I may I approach?
Of course.
While he's doing that, I would like to just kind of look around and see if there are any like strange footsteps or.
Gotcha. Go ahead and make an investigation check, Ezra.
No. Oh, it was almost an at 20. That's a 4.
Okay. Yeah, looking around, you don't see anything that seems that out of the ordinary. Aerith, are you looking around as well?
Yes, but I'm going to be looking specifically at the altar and kind of trying to divine perhaps if everything was very methodically taken, or are there like 4 little pieces of Saint Andrew left? Was it in a rush? I don't know. I'm just that's one of the things I'm looking for when I'm investigating the altar. And
Okay.
as I approach, I actually do, even though I was sort of making a joke out of it, I approach very reverently and sort of slowly, and even sort of give a little bow before I come up to the altar. And
As you raise your head back up, Aerith, you see him sitting on the altar, one leg crossed over the other.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Yeah.
A whole festival for me. Can you believe it?
Get off there! That's not for you.
This is for me.
Hey, you don't worship the Morning Lord. You don't worship anything.
I worship myself.
Yes. But, well, I guess it would be fitting in a way. No. Get off. What I see.
Okay. He doesn't get off, but he scoots a bit to the side.
Sometimes I feel like, you just mind a mind of your own. You're very independent, and I always appreciated that about you. But just
Didn't appreciate
Do
it
I
enough.
hear him whispering to himself?
I'd say you probably hear some muttering. Fine, you're not fun anymore.
The spirits. I mean, the other ones. Get distracted.
He jumps off the altar, but doesn't leave. Just starts walking around the room.
And so, with my cheeks sort of flushed and I try to close my eyes and like screw them shut. And I apologize for the visitor, but spirits of this place. Would you please guide me in what has happened here and who has moved these precious relic? And I want to guide myself as I investigate.
Okay. As you say this, you start to hear this whispering behind you, Aerith. And looking back, you see from the catacombs this purple light energy begin to reach out and swirl around you in this room. And looking back, you also see your pal resting his head against Ezra's shoulder.
Are you doing this? Stop it. Are you doing this?
I'm not doing anything. I'm watching you work. It's been a while since I've watched you work.
Shut up. Are you saying this? Brother, are you saying this?
Am I seeing anything?
No?
So did you say that it coalesced into a figure of some sort? Or just...
No, just kind of
light?
this now purple energy swirling around you.
No. What are you seeing?
Well, I mean, it's happened sometimes, but except here, there's... I'm guessing a spirit? A presence around me. You don't see it?
No.
Do I get any sort of intention from this energy or this?
Yeah, you feel as though it is not hostile. It's here at your call to aid you.
Never mind, don't worry. I go towards...
You look fucking nuts right now, by the way.
I'm working. Don't bother me. I'm working.
You asked me.
Not you. Just, you're doing fine. Keep doing what you're doing. All right. So, and I give another little bow to the altar. Start this over. All right. So, investigating.
Oh, you're rolling at advantage, by the way. Sorry, I should have said that.
Oh. I'm sleeping. But I do have my guidance, so I'm going to do my D4.
Do that.
I rolled a 2 plus 2. That's 4 plus my investigation.
That was at advantage?
Yes, I rolled 2 2s.
Oh my god.
I'm a little distracted, okay? There's a lot, actually. A lot of distracted.
I'm not even there.
Wait, what?
I'm distracting.
So that's 7 total.
Okay.
No, you know what?
Pull the card. Do it.
I'll pull the card.
Ace,
And
ace.
so that's a plus 6 to that. So 13.
Okay. As this purple light begins swirling around you, Aerith, and it's weird. It's cold. You feel like your bones are chilled by this, but it's also comforting in an odd way. Like a cold towel after a hike in 100-degree weather. And as you follow this energy swirling around you, it begins to kind of fall back towards the entryway. And almost, you feel it more than you see anything. This beckoning for you to step towards the entryway.
And I make my way, and I sort of like push at Andrel as I pass by.
Slaps at you as you go.
And I go through the doorway. Brother, follow me.
And the light goes to the right of the door, down on the ground, and just starts kind of sifting into the dirt and pushing down into it. And then the light is gone. And again, you get this feeling more than anything else to dig.
Brother, there's something here. Help me.
Hold on. Like fuck, I'm about to use my hands. What do I look like?
Right, you're particular.
Hold on.
You also notice on the wall by the door here, some kind of scrape mark against it.
I would use my dagger to dig. I'm not using my hands.
Okay.
I look closer.
You're gonna blunt your dagger, dude.
Worth it.
Brother,
Better than breaking my nails.
Thanks for the effort, but you're kind of just getting in the way. Just supervise. You're better at that anyway. All right. So. All
You
right.
don't have to tell me twice.
Well, I'm saying this as I'm looking at this scratch or whatever on the wall.
Okay. You're looking at it. It just seems odd. It doesn't seem like the slab moving caused whatever this is. It seems like this was caused by something else.
Someone like passing by.
Maybe.
All right. Well, move out of the way, brother. And I'm gonna, with my hands, just like be digging or pulling rocks away or stones. Or something.
Gotcha. As you begin digging, after a short bit of time, you feel some wood that you start to pull out.
Oh.
And it looks like a piece of a broken handle.
Oh, okay. I reach. Is it loose enough for me to pull
Yeah.
out?
Yeah, you pull it out. It looks like a broken handle of a broomstick or a shovel. And with your roll on what you saw on the wall as well, you get the sense that this door has been forced open recently.
Father, did you tell Irina the password, for lack of a better word, to get into this place?
I did not know.
Oh. I was going to say we could rule her out, but it appears, anyway, it appears that someone forced their way into this place.
Oh.
Really?
Yes.
But who would do such a thing?
I don't know, but I think we can rule you out, since apparently you know the password. But I don't know. Does this seem to belong to anyone, or is this?
It's.
Aerith,
Go ahead, Ezra.
didn't Irina once say she's been sleepwalking?
Is she?
Didn't she say that? Am I imagining that? Did she say something?
No,
like
she
that?
did say that back in the village of Barovia, that there were moments at night when she would begin walking towards the window, and that's how Strahd initially was able to get a hold of her.
She did, sort of. She said there would be times at night when she woke up and would not really woke up, but she'd be like in a trance and would open the window. And that's how Strahd would get in.
Ezra, make an intelligence check at advantage.
Oh God. Just a straight check, not a
Yeah. You can make it a history if you'd like.
Okay.
The panic. Like, what?
Smart things.
Oh, sick. 24.
Okay.
Whoa.
I mean, you are quite familiar with vampires. And
What?
What?
Right?
you would guess, based on what Irina said, that probably had more to do with Strahd than something that some kind of sleep problem she has.
Oh, I mean, yeah, that's what I was
Okay.
already
Just- yeah.
assuming. Yeah, so it's possible she's still getting these trances.
I mean, didn't we bring her here for her protection? But, I mean, I'm guessing the church.
Yes, how
Hopefully
do you
has been-
think it's being protected?
Well, now it's not, but
Right.
wouldn't she have had to take the bones away before she, well, if she did, before she would
Well,
have the
theoretically, the bones are just barring him from physically coming in, not his psyche.
Oh, I don't even want to think about that. Ah, you're right. It's a possibility. Um, Father, when you, uh, whatever, you said this password here. Was it a ward of some sort, or did it literally just open the door? I mean, how powerful was that?
It just keeps the door locked.
Okay, so it's not. So obviously, it is possible for someone to do it without magical means. I don't know. I mean, at least we've confirmed that it's someone who didn't have, extraordinary powers at their disposal. So
Yes.
a more normal person, average.
Perhaps
And
we should
someone-
continue this discussion upstairs.
Yes, you're right. Ezra would Ezra kind of around and going back. Ezra would also just kind of look real quick to see if there are any hidden areas or hidden tunnels that maybe the father wouldn't have noticed.
Gotcha. He closes the door, and you guys start to make your way back. Go ahead and make a perception check, Ezra. Ezra?
Well, yeah, no, sorry,
Oh,
I was
yeah.
rolling it. At advantage, that's a 3.
Nice. Yeah, no. Don't notice anything.
Plus your pluses?
I rolled a 2 and then I rolled a critical fail. So my perception is +1.
Oh, man.
Well, you guys do start to make your way up the ladder, but before we get to that, we'll go back in time and jump over to Havok, Stiki, and Loretta. You watch as they descend the ladder, and you are now alone in the church.
I first thing I do as they go down, I step to sit next to Stiki. I step over the pew instead of going around to the other side. I step over it and sit down next to him.
Thank you. I think I'm okay.
Are you?
I don't know. I don't know what happened. It was so sudden.
What? You don't know what happened at all.
Mm.
Stiki.
It just, everything went black. It just went black
Okay.
suddenly. I don't know. It was a vision. I had a vision.
And it was about. Was it a memory or was it
No, it was different. It was the same, but it was different because I fought back. And then Tilly was there, but Tilly was older, I think. And there was blood. She was crying blood. I think something happened to my sister. But it kept saying find her. So I think I have to keep looking. It gave me hope. It was scary, but it gave me hope.
Yeah. And we're gonna help you find her, right? We know that that's something that you want and care about, and that we're gonna help you do that, right?
Yes.
Okay. And we had a talk before about someone that you had been contacting that said they could help with that. And you said that you were going to be careful, and I just want to make sure that you are being careful.
Yeah, I haven't talked to them. That's done.
You haven't talked to them at all since we talked?
Mm-mm. It's done. They got mad at me for telling you, and they stopped talking to me, so I'm on my own. But I have you guys.
I don't know if I believe him because I know Stiki did say that he was very clearly lying earlier before, like right when he came out of it. So I don't know. I don't know
was
if
earlier.
I believe him. Yeah, I know.
Well,
Well, I know. Well, no, I know. But if he was lying about something there, and so it just, that's fair though. Okay.
you can make an insight check if you'd like.
No, I don't think I would. I think Havok trusts Stiki, and if Stiki has told her several times that she's not talking to that person, I think Havok's gonna buy it, or at least consciously choose to believe her.
You hear a
Believe him.
knock on the doors of the church.
Okay, have it. Go get it. Go get it.
No, I don't think I should because we're not supposed to be inside right now.
Father?
Father Lucian's in London. What?
Father, are you there?
Do I recognize that voice?
Yes. You recognize the voice of Arena.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Then I'll definitely go open the door.
Thank you, Father. Oh, Havok. Very good to see you.
Hey, Arena, come on, come on.
Oh,
come
yes, yes. What do you... Stiki, Loretta.
Hi, Arena.
Hello there, Reina. You look marvelous. Yes. What are you all doing here?
Oh, I had a medical emergency and I needed to be indoors out of the rain. I'm okay.
Mhm.
Well, I think the gods are being a bit more lenient now about people returning to their homes. It's the rain's gotten pretty bad, so
Good. That's good.
What are you doing here?
I stay here. Remember?
Oh, I forgot.
Okay. Sometimes it feels like we've not spoken in months.
I feel like that sometimes, doesn't it?
How'd you enjoy the festival?
I don't know. Did you enjoy the festival?
Oh, not at all. Not even
No, it wasn't fun. That was hard. What?
Pretty bad. I
No,
didn't
that
like
was
it at
fun.
all. No, I didn't like it. Nope, not at all. Didn't enjoy it. Not a fan.
Not even
Little
standing on
contact.
stage with the Burgomaster.
All right, no pressure.
Let me tell you, I can't go around that guy without pissing him off. It's a nightmare.
At this point,
Goes for everybody.
Ezra, you make your way up, followed by Father Lucian. Ah, Irina, you've returned. Yes, did you all really just come here because Stiki wasn't feeling well?
Well, he does have, intestinal
Quite the
problems.
irritable bowel.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I do. That does happen a lot.
He is looking a little green.
Oh,
Nah.
Loretta.
Get out.
Loretta.
I think I nailed Seth there. Just want to say.
Oh my God! Yes.
Yes,
Yes, you
perfect.
did. It's like he's here.
Well, that's all true. It's not really why we're here. Irina,
Actually,
brother.
oh no, go ahead, brother.
Yes, please go ahead. You're taking charge of this. I like seeing you in charge.
I thought that was Loretta for a second. I was like,
I thought it was Loretta at first too.
That would also be a very Seth move.
It just never worked on you. That's the thing, though. Okay, so I go right up to Arena and take her hand and then look her in the eye and say, the bones of Saint Andril have been taken. That's why we're here. And
Inside check.
yes,
Yeah, make an
exactly.
You can both make an insight check.
Yeah.
Oh, 22.
Oh, 13.
Ezra, she looks like this is news to her and not great news. That is awful. Father, what happened? That's what they're here to help me discern. What did you all discover then?
Well, that the door has been broken from the outside, forced open, so whoever did it knew it was there.
Huh. Whoever did it. Father, why hasn't Millivoj come into work again? He's been ill, Lorena. You know. Of course. And she kind of gives you a knowing look, Aerith.
I think we should see how Millivoj is doing, don't you, Irina?
I think that would be very wise.
Shall we all go? Stiki, are you feeling better?
How are your bowels?
They're fine. Thank you for asking
Yes.
about my.
Well, we should probably go over there and check on how the funds are being spent on muffins anyway. So.
Oh yeah,
The
our muffin
orphanage.
trust.
Yes. Very
I have
interested patrons.
nothing to say on that matter.
We'd better be quick, though. We do still have dinner in about an hour.
Oh, come on, Loretta. We still know you're the muffin man. Come on. Let's go.
If
Underneath it all.
the same to all of you, I will stay here. I do still have things to prepare.
Yes, of course, Father.
Yes.
But thank you.
Yes.
Please let me know what you discover.
And let us
We
know
will.
if you know the muffin man.
No.
What?
Not that.
Big shout out
Do
to
you
the
know
Morning
Muffin?
Lord. Big ups. Thanks, Morning Lord.
I just come on.
All right.
I can't see your face, so I don't know how that played.
I don't know what to do with that.
I can't
I'll
see your
help
face,
you.
so I have no idea how that played.
I
All
think
right.
that's accurate.
So, Aerith, you begin to walk out.
Yes.
Irina leads you to the side door. It's a little bit of a closer walk to the orphanage.
Lead the way.
So what'd you guys find down there? Like, what's up?
Well, not a lot, admittedly. More that just the door was broken and it was taken.
Well, don't say that. I mean, I did a lot of work down there. I think good work.
You did all of the work. Everything we found out was because of you. I'm just saying, unfortunately, it wasn't a lot. Not because you didn't do a good job. There was just not a lot to discover.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. All right. No. Anyway.
No, you did not do a good job, Aerith. Let's be honest about that.
You know, no one asked your opinion. Do you just
I mean, it's concerning my bones. I feel like I have to be involved here.
Is Aerith speaking out loud to himself in front of all of us?
Yes.
Okay. Stiki is trying to have a conversation every time there is a pause with Aerith.
With me? Okay.
Yeah.
What are you saying?
I don't know. What did you say?
Just no one cares about your opinion about anything. All right? Hey,
That's
hey,
not very nice. That's not
it's
nice
not
thing
gonna
to say.
actually.
I care about my opinion. Hold on. Who?
Wait a second. I kind of take Stiki by the arm, Boris, and I like grab his face, like I put my eyes like this close. You, and then turn his face towards Angel. You can, you can, you can.
Oh, no.
You just see empty space.
I'm sorry.
Yes, Aerith. Yes.
What?
This is
Yeah.
what?
Yes. Yes.
No,
He can see you.
I don't believe him.
Yeah.
Ask him, what am I doing now? He starts to dance.
You know that's a good idea. Hey.
Thank you. That is a very good idea. Hey, everybody. I think Aerith needs some wine. I think that's what he needs.
No, we have to go
Kind
to
of-
the orphanage.
Yeah, we're kind of
I
doing.
don't have
some-
time at the moment.
We don't have wine at the orphanage. It's fine. Let's go. Let's go.
What? What? Wine at the orphanage? That feels irresponsible.
I mean, when you're dealing with kids, let me tell you.
I would have wine at the I almost said the hospital.
There too.
I think we just learned something about Rhea. All right.
We're an emergency freak, you know? We have to be emotionally prepared for that.
You guys head back outside for a moment into the kind of yard here that connects to the orphanage. And you do see a lot less people out in the streets now. The rain is coming down hard. As you make your way to the door of the orphanage, it actually opens. And you watch as this older gentleman, shaggy, unkempt gray hair and a gray beard, with this black apron over his worn clothes, steps out into the rain, kind of nodding to Miss Belasco, who you see standing just in the doorway there. And he almost bumps into all of you and just says, "Oh, beg pardon," and begins walking along the way. Hello. If you'd all like to come in, I suppose, out of the rain. What are you doing here?
We've come to call on Milavosh in lieu of the father.
And as you guys walk in to this entryway, you see the stairs rising up. You see a door to your right and a little hallway with the door leading to the left to the playroom that you guys have been in before. You also see a child-sized coffin up against the wall.
I'm sorry. Sorry to disturb at this time.
Yes.
Something happened.
Miss Blasco takes a moment. Yes, I'm afraid Cedric, a boy in my care, passed away. And so we had to call on the coffin maker.
Oh, we heard Milivosha's sick. Is it catching? Is it?
No, not an illness. He fell from a window upstairs.
What happened?
None of the other children have saw it, and I didn't see it either. I had a scream when I was in my office, and I ran out. And I ran outside, and I saw him.
I don't mean to be indelicate, but do you know where he fell from?
Second story window.
Sorry, I know we're sort of rushing it. Here, sit down. And I, even though it's her place, I like lead her to a seat. And I push in the chair behind her and sit across.
So there's not really any chairs in this entryway.
Well, I take her inside the main area.
Okay. Yeah, you start to guide her kind of down the hall, and you guys head back into the playroom. And you do see that there are some kids kind of playing in there at the moment, trying to play. You get the mood is a bit somber as you walk in, though. Stiki, you hear first.
Hi,
No.
Stiki. Ha.
Hi, Hi, freak.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
Good.
You've not visited me.
Oh, I've been busy.
But you said you would.
I did.
I think so.
It's only been a couple of days. It hasn't been that long.
Is
Has
that
it been a couple
Havok or is that?
No, this is Ricky. This was above board. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I haven't visited you. I've been very busy. I was sick. I got sick. I'm better now, and I'm here to see you and say hi.
Can I have a hug?
Sure. Come here.
And
All right,
Freak,
Stiki, we'll be in the office. See you later.
Don't leave me. Hold on. Wait for me, please.
Freak kind of grabs onto your leg and
No,
just
no,
holds
wait.
tight. And with that,
Ezra's going.
Claudia guides you kind of behind, almost like a little kitchenette area. There's a little space where you can still watch the kids, but it's kind of back away from them, a bit removed. And so she guides you back there. Yeah.
Got it. And then I find the chair and I scoot there.
Gotcha.
And I start making like tea. Like I go into the cupboards and like start to try to make tea. And I give a look to Ezra. Like,
Mhm. Do you know anything? Do you know any specifics of what happened?
No. I heard like I said, I heard a scream.
Mhm.
And then the children was screaming as well, and I ran outside, and that's when I saw Cedric.
You know if anyone was with him when he fell from the second floor?
I don't believe so, but I've tried talking with the children, but I'm afraid my strict nature with them has perhaps made them unwilling to speak with me. Perhaps you could speak with them.
Oh, Stiki might actually be better at that.
You guys kind of glance back over at Stiki, and Freak is now like trying to climb up onto you, Stiki.
Okay, that's okay. That's not a. You shouldn't step on that. Ow.
I mean, they seem a little sad, and I could play not some happy music, but maybe a story, a story set to song, and perhaps that would help to get them out of a shock, and maybe more willing to talk.
Mm-hmm.
In the meantime, would it be all right if I could speak to Milivoje?
Milivoje is not well. You could see him if you like. I don't know if he's able to talk.
If I could, yes, please.
Of course. And she gestures to the door across the way and starts walking with you. Havok,
please.
I'm gonna say, actually, do you still have the body of the boy here?
He's in the coffin.
Okay. I'm about to ask a really uncomfortable question, but it's only because I have a little bit of experience with this. Do you mind if I take a look at the body?
Make a persuasion check.
Oof, this is not going to go well. This may be a cardiac inspiration moment. Oof. That is not good. Persuasion. 4. I'm gonna have to try a cardiac inspiration here because I really need to take a look at this thing, this boy. All right. So add 10 to that, so 14. It's about almost as good as I could do it, but
You want to look at the body?
Yes, Havok has so she doesn't like to talk about it. Has been in many battles and has cared for the sick and just knows when something has gone wrong with.
I know something has gone wrong. The child's died.
But
What do you hope to gain?
she can perhaps find if there is some other reason for it, or if perhaps they had taken ill and was, I don't know. It's her specialty. So
Look, I understand that it's a sensitive subject. I do, and I'm heartbroken over it. I'm just trying to help. I'm not trying to do anything.
You've not told me how you're trying to help. You're just saying you want to look.
No, I've had experience looking at different types of injuries and sometimes being able to see things in recently deceased people that other people have missed medically.
I don't feel comfortable with this.
Oh, I understand. I'm just trying to help. That's all.
Well, perhaps.
Well, if you're so good with injuries, then perhaps you can look at Milivoj and at least allow me a chance to consider this
Absolutely.
very forward
quest. Absolutely. I understand it's forward. And I would love to take a look at Milivoj as well. If he would let me.
I don't know if he has much say in the matter.
Well, I guess if you would give your consent then.
Follow me.
Well, I'll leave you two to it. I'm going to go and tell a story. And I'm going to go to the kids. And
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you, Arthur. What was it?
I'm going to say, you guys do your thing. I'm going to go back into the room with all the children who are sort of half-heartedly playing and say, hello everyone, and take out my lute and sort of pull up one of the tiny chairs and sit down, and maybe I should speak through music, and I just sort of play a little bit and tell a story about this sweet ogre in the woods that was sort of misunderstood and was looking for a friend, and so, I don't know, tell a story through sort of a song, and try to get them to gather around and listen.
Gotcha. Ezra and Havok, I'm going to go with you first, then we'll jump back over to you, Aerith and Stiki. She leads you into this side room, and you see that this room is pretty sparsely furnished. The floors are covered with dirt, and you see an old shovel that lies on the ground at the foot of the bed. You see Milivoj, and he is covered in sweat. And as you look a little bit closer, you see there's some blood mixed bile on his lips. His pallor is yellow tinged and deathly pale. You also see, as you enter the room, two girls. One looks about 14, the other 12. The older one has long curled red hair with green eyes. And the younger, very pale, short blonde hair and large blue eyes. And they both look back at you. You see that one of them had a wet rag that they were dabbing Milivoj's head with. The older one with red hair says, Miss Belasco, he's still not looking very good. I understand. Girls, please give us a moment. And they nod to the two of you and make their way back out. I'd say Loretta is staying out with Stiki and Aerith.
The girls look like wary or nervous or like suspicious.
Make an insight check.
Okay. Ooh, nat 20.
Okay.
Ooh.
They look a bit wary towards Miss Belasco as they head out.
Like what kind of wary? Like scared wary, or like the strict bitch wary? You know what I mean?
A little bit more than just the strict bitch.
No, no.
Interesting.
I'm gonna
file that
look
away.
to Miss Velasco, and I'm gonna say, I may be casting some magic. Do I have your permission to do that?
If you could help him, then yes.
That's the goal. Okay.
Um,
Go ahead.
I'm just gonna say that we'll cut back to that. I just want to say while this is happening, I think Ezra would actually turn to go back out to talk to the girls.
Okay. As you start to leave, she turns and sees you about to do that. Where are you going? This is what you wanted to. You wanted to be here, yes?
Well, since Havok is taking care of Milivosh, I thought I would take the moment to talk to the girls, see if they might have seen anything.
What do you think they might have seen?
Anything regarding the death of the boy?
Right. Okay.
What is that? What is that face? What?
Make an insight check.
That is unfair, Justin.
Double 14. So because I'm still doing advantage, it was 14 both
You
times.
get the sense she's just feeling. She felt down. She felt like the group was taking care of her for a moment, and then Havok asked about seeing a dead body. You said, "Yeah, I'll go in to see Milivoje," and then tried to walk right back out. She's feeling a bit odd now about your presence.
Whoops, sorry. Said I can stay if you like. I just thought I might talk to the girls.
I suppose I just don't know what you are all doing here right now. You came in and seemed like you were all concerned, and now you're leaving the room you wanted to come into so badly.
Well, we are concerned, but then we are here for Milivoje, but then you also told us a boy was either fell out of a window under odd circumstances. We're trying to figure it out.
All right.
Unless you'd rather I not.
No, I want to know what happened. If you, it sounds like you suspect there's some kind of foul play.
I do.
Well, then yes, I would like to know what happened.
Or at least it's someone who saw something. If he tripped, then he tripped. But I don't know. Timing seems odd.
All right.
That's the truth.
Well, I would appreciate if the truth was the only thing spoken between us for the rest of your time here.
It has been so far.
Has it? You just tried to walk out of a room after saying you need to see Milivoje.
Again, she is handling Milivoje. The intention for us to all come here was Milivoje, but now that we've learned there's a death, we're trying to figure out the death.
You didn't say anything when you were about to walk out of the room, correct? I
No.
stopped.
Yes,
Again,
I didn't think you.
I'm just asking for transparency. I don't think that's rude.
If
I would like to talk to the girls.
I said, if I could just intervene real quick here. Again, we're very wary of any type of death of a child, and then also the fact that Milivoje is sick and tensions are high, and we care, and so
why do you need to see Milivoje anyway?
We heard he was sick.
We're here on behalf of the father.
You make calls on everyone who is sick.
The father asked us to come see him.
Make a deception check.
Can I also do that since we were both?
Sure.
Could I give the help action instead of rolling one?
I think because you're both saying it.
Okay.
Well, mine was a 23.
No. 3. this disadvantage is killing me.
I asked you not to lie to me. And you just did it again to my face. Out of this room. Out of here. I don't know what game you're playing at.
We're not playing a game.
Then why did you just lie to me?
I didn't lie to you.
She's pointing at her.
I'm gonna look at her really close because something very, very potentially dangerous is happening right now, and I don't think it's right for me to share it with you. So I'm trying to figure it out discreetly, and hopefully there won't be a problem if we can just do this right now. And I'm very stern about it and serious.
Make an intimidation check.
All these charisma checks.
Wow.
I fell off the board. 5.
Do you think that I took this job for fun?
Do we
I
look
care
like
for
we're here
these
for
children.
fun?
I care for these children. I'm not just going to be scared off by whatever it is you're looking for, but I want honesty.
I'm trying to be honest with you.
You just lied to my face!
I just told you that there's a piece of very important information that's very dangerous right now, and we think that maybe Milos is a victim of that. And I'm trying to figure it out. I'm not lying to you. I just don't think it's a good idea.
If you want to know that, you can ask the father. That's not information we can share, unfortunately. I said we're here on behalf of the father, and that's true.
This one just lied to my face a moment ago after all I asked you was to be honest.
Because there's only so much
honesty.
honesty
Do I need to call the guards?
If you'd like to talk to the father, you can talk to the father.
I didn't ask you about the father. I asked if I needed to call the guards. Or are you going to be honest with me?
Okay,
I'm telling you how honest. Please, have it. Enough.
No, I would like to hear it from the one who lied to my face.
My eyes
look at me.
Flicker.
She's not looking at you. She's looking right at Havok.
My eyes start to seep purple as I am legitimately trying to help this woman. Because I'm so bad at interacting with people, it's upsetting me. And I look at her and I say, just very dead and serious. The bones of Saint Andrel are missing, and we think Milos took them. And it's causing him to be sick. That is the truth.
Thank you. Proceed.
Thank you. I start to walk up.
I think he'd kind of take her to the side while she's doing her thing.
How do you?
And she would just it's not aggressive, but it's just kind of he's not actually touching her, but kind of when you kind of guide someone without touching them, by their arm. You know what I mean?
Yes.
That was not our information to share. And it's only because she knows she's bad at talking to people that she even told you. You should be ashamed of yourself.
I should.
And you should go plead.
Myself.
You should plead to the father.
You made your way in here and then lied to me. All of you.
I didn't lie to you. I told you we're here on behalf of the father, and that's true.
You came to see Milivoj, and then you tried to sneak out.
I wasn't sneaking anywhere. If I was sneaking, you wouldn't have seen me.
You're one to play the high ground.
Yes, actually I do, because I have it.
Do you?
I do.
You should be removing your hats indoors. Would you care
I like
to?
My hat, and it's still rainy outside.
Right, and you are indoors.
And it completes the look.
Can we hear them yelling at each other?
You definitely heard some raised voices.
Kumbaya, Valo, Kumbaya.
And you also hear Ezra, her say to you, your friend Havok isn't the only one that knows magic.
Correct.
I see you. And she turns back to Havok.
My magic isn't the habit of healing people. Hers is.
May I proceed?
Yes, you may.
Thank you. I'm sorry that got heated.
All I ask, and before she kind of puts a hand on your shoulder, I want to know what is going on in my orphanage. I know that I'm strict, but I care for these children more than anything. I just want the truth.
That, like the purple kind of energy that was kind of seeping from Havok's eyes as her hair was starting to like stand up on end with kind of like this like intensity, completely like washes away with that and in complete understanding of that type of dedication and amount of compassion and care.
I hope you understand. If what you say is true about Milivoj, that he has put this orphanage in danger, that is something I would want to know so that I can protect these children to the best of my abilities.
Right. What does she mean by that? How much does she mean
Ezra,
that?
are you still there, or did you walk out?
Oh, no, I haven't left yet.
Okay.
No. She turned back to him, but I have turned back to her, but I haven't left yet.
Okay. You're trying to discern it?
Yeah, how honest is that?
Make an insight check at disadvantage because she's not facing you. You're not reading her body language.
Since I have advantage, can it just be flat?
Sure.
Oh, 22.
Whew.
So what do you want to know exactly?
I want to know, she says, I care about these kids and I want to keep these kids safe. I want to know how honest that is, and like not just honest, but like if it's like a genuine care or like a by any means necessary kind of crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You just get the sense that this is something that she deeply cares about. There are people who, we all find these things in our lives that we feel a certain calling to. This is something she feels a calling to.
Okay.
I understand that. I do. I understand it. Maybe more than some other people might.
Then please work with me.
Of course. Just, we know sometimes that information that momentous can cause a panic. And we were trying to do things just subtly. That's all we were intending. And we're sorry that we were deceiving you. We thought we were doing it for your benefit, and that's wrong.
I don't need protection from that.
I understand. You don't. I can see that now. We know that we can trust you, and we know that you are going to do everything you can to protect these children. And so now we have that agreement and understanding of each other.
Proceed.
Havok kind of cracks her neck. She brings her hands together and she feels this pulse of purple energy kind of come out of her hands and then kind of come up her arms and into her chest as she casts guidance on herself.
Gotcha.
She walks over. I walk over to Milivoj, and I kind of kneel down next to him, and I say, Milivoj, it's Havok. I understand you're very sick, and I'm going to try to help you if you'll let me. Is he even like conscious enough to like get any of that?
No.
Okay. I start off by kind of looking and observing that kind of blood and bile around the lips. I put my hand very gently onto his forehead and feel for a fever. I take that cold wash rag still there?
They took it out with him with the bowl.
They took it? Okay.
Yeah.
So I check for a fever. And then I run my hands down his neck and I try to feel like for any like swelling or like Havok doesn't know what she's doing exactly, but like I'm feeling like his lymph nodes, see if they're like swollen for an infection or something like that.
Make a medicine check.
Yeah. Please, for the love of God. Oh, that's pretty good. Okay, so that's going to be an 11 plus 6 plus 1, so 18.
As you examine Milivoj, the conclusion you come to is that this condition is magical in nature and that it's not contagious.
Okay. I'll turn to Madame Velasco and Ezra, and I'll say, this isn't a natural illness. This is brought on by something magical. This is not good.
What? Can you find out any more?
Yeah. And again, I'll put my hands onto his chest and close my eyes and connect to that regal strength that I've recently connected with. And I'll cast Detect Disease.
Okay.
So I can sense the presence, location of poisons, creatures who are, let's see, a creature who's affected by poison or disease can.
I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah.
As you cast this spell and it washes over Milivoj's body, you don't detect any poison or disease.
Okay. There's not. Okay, so it's not an illness, natural. It's not a disease or poison.
Can you break curses?
No, I can't. The last thing I'll try to do, I'm going to turn to her again and just be on the straight and narrow here. Again, we think that he potentially took the bones, and it seems like maybe was cursed for it.
I don't really know what you mean by that. It sounds serious, but the bones of Saint Andrew. And with that, we're going to jump over to Aerith and Stiki. So, Aerith, you're playing your song, and it's going well. The kids seem to be taking it in, kind of calm. And you guys hear the shouting.
I play a little louder.
You do?
Yes.
Stiki, as Freak is now kind of holding onto your head, he says,
Yeah, you hear that screaming, everyone? Yes, you heard that, Stiki? Huh?
It's a game. We're trying to let's all sing along, everybody. Yeah.
You first.
I play a lot louder, and when I sense that things are calming up there, I sort of finish off, boom, and oh, but that's enough music for now. As you sort of remember in the story I was telling in that song at the beginning, that ogre was lonely, looking for a friend, and
Oh, cool.
yes, it's well, not exactly. It's sort of tough when people feel lonely, or perhaps we don't know what's wrong with them. And I'm just wondering, has anyone here, have they noticed anything about any one of your friends who were feeling down, or perhaps different they normally were, like the ogre in the story?
Stiki and Aerith, go and make a perception check.
21.
Oh, good. 7.
Aerith, as you were playing,
11.
Okay. You noticed this too then, Stiki, as you were both in the room, just, watching the kids interact with the music, and even now. You notice a lot of the kids seem to have bruises, different places, their arms, some of their legs. And as you ask that question, Aerith, a lot of them just kind of look around at each other, back to you.
Have we been feeling that way? Have you all? I know that sometimes I have felt like something is wrong, and it just seems so hard and confusing that I don't even think that anyone can help with it. So why tell anyone? But often
there are
those,
people who care and want to help and make you feel happier and safer, and it's okay to tell those people.
Little girl with short brown hair looks up to you, Stiki. How do we know that you want to help us?
Stiki's amazing. Don't you dare say that.
Thank you, freak.
Ha. I'm your best friend, right?
Yes, you are.
Haha.
well, I know that we've only just met a few days ago, but we had helped a friend come here to the orphanage, and actually we've been working to try to make your lives better here. So you do have a friend in Stiki and myself.
One boy raises his hand. I had a nightmare.
You had a nightmare.
Yeah, I had a nightmare. It's scary.
Yeah, those could be very scary, especially when you're in them. You think they're real.
I had a nightmare too. I had a nightmare.
Yeah.
I've had a nightmare too as well, yeah.
Well, sometimes when we talk about nightmares, they help to sort of make them disappear a little bit, so we can forget them more easily. Would anyone like to share what it was that they saw in the nightmare? Come on now, be brave, just like the knight in the story.
It's okay. Take your time.
I had a nightmare that this big shadow was eating me when I was asleep.
Did they say eat?
They did, yes. And the kid's now crying.
Is everybody's nightmares different, or are they all a little bit the same?
What? My nightmare was like that. Yeah, mine was too. Yeah, it's a big shadow. See, and he was eating my arm.
When he says, or when they say their arm, do they gesture to one of the bruises?
The boy who said that specifically does, yes.
Oh. When you've had these nightmares, did you wake up with a bruise where the shadow touched you in your dream?
I don't remember. I
That's all right.
don't remember. My arm, yeah, like I said.
Yeah, so you remember it was your arm?
Yeah.
Did Cedric have the nightmares too? Did anyone know?
See a lot of them get a bit teary-eyed at the mention of Cedric. I don't know. I don't know. One of the older kids puts a hand on the shoulder of this boy who's beginning to cry and just says, it seems for the past little while that every night someone has a nightmare and screams out. So he probably did too. But I don't know.
Now, this may seem like a funny question to ask, but sometimes when I've had a very bad nightmare, I might think that when I'm awake, I might think I see something from what I dreamed about during the day. Um, has anyone had that experience? Anyone had that funny thing happen?
At this point, the door to the foyer, the hallway you guys walked in, opens, and you see an older teenage girl says, "All right, kids, come on, it's time to start getting ready for bed." And they look to her, back to you, and they all start to get up.
But I'm not quite finished. I want to give them a bedtime story, and then we'll go off to bed.
Make a persuasion check.
It's gonna be no, 8.
I'm really sorry, but it's been a very trying day for everyone, and we have to stay on the schedule. So, but you can come back tomorrow if you'd like. If you come back a bit earlier, that would be the time for the story.
Yes.
Come on, children.
Yes, of course. Good night.
They all start to line up at the door. But one of them stops by you, Aerith, and kind of gestures for you to come closer.
And I sort of pick up my lute and start putting things away as I'm walking over. And
she leans up and whispers to you, I'm scared of Miss Belusco.
Yes. Here's my lute. And I sort of like hand it to her, and I begin to sort of show her some things about it and say, why are you scared, Miss Belusco?
She's mean. She's mean and rotten.
Has she hurt you?
I don't know. But the shadow I saw was tall like her.
What's her name?
Hannah.
Anna. I promise. I will do everything I can. Make sure you are safe. And thank you for being so brave telling me this.
I'm like a knight.
You are.
Smiles.
And I sort of like with the end of the lute, sort of knight her.
You see the older girl who came in, smiles in your direction, says, all right, we really do have to go. Freak climbed down off the nice fella.
Stiki's just like,
my best friend.
best friends. Yeah,
Yeah, Stiki loves me.
I love you, freak.
Ha! And Stiki, Freak, kind of hugs you a little bit tighter and then drops down on the ground, and they all get let out. And with that, we're going to jump back over to Havok and Ezra. So Havok, you just realized it was not poison. It was not a disease. And Miss Belusco says, well, is there anything else you could do to discover what this is?
I don't have anything else that can tell me what it is. The only thing I can think of is maybe what could get rid of it.
Yes, that's fantastic.
Maybe just find and return what was taken.
Well, if you could all help me search the room, perhaps we could start here.
If you would allow me some time to cast a spell where I can see things that are magical without having to actually see them. I'll be able to sense them.
Yes, of course, of course.
Okay. It's gonna take me 10 minutes. So.
All right.
Okay.
Do you need us in the room, or would you prefer silence?
I'm so used to so much chaos. Like, you can be here. I don't mind.
Right.
And I'll sit down like I did back in Death House, and just focus on connecting again with that regal, powerful energy, and connect with it deep within myself, and then have it expand outwards and start to expand my consciousness and sensitivity to things that are magical. And I'll cast Detect Magic.
Gotcha. Okay, as you finish the spell,
My eyes are just glowing purple.
what you notice is an aura of necromancy surrounding Milivoj's form. You also notice some illusion magic on top of Ezra's head.
Mm-hmm. And that's all I see in the room.
Yes.
Okay. I'll say he's got some powerful necromantic magic on him right now. What we're looking for isn't in this room. May I search other parts of the house?
Of course. Yes. What are these bones exactly?
They are a sacred relic. Who Father Lucian says helps protect the city and the church.
All right. Yes, the children are just going to be getting ready for bed around this time. But perhaps we can head up to the rooms just to be safe.
Is there a room that was specifically Milivoj's? Or somewhere he stayed? Oh, here.
Yes.
Was there somewhere that the other boy stayed specifically?
Upstairs with the other boys.
Maybe we should try there.
Of course.
So yeah, I'll start conducting. I mean, obviously, I'm sure she'll be escorting me, but before the kids all start like getting into bed and stuff like that, I want to check their rooms.
Okay.
And just kind of do like I think it's like a sense of within a 30-foot radius.
Yeah, I got you. I look at the spell. So you guys walk out. You see the kids just walking out into the hall. Aerith and Stiki there with Loretta, who's just been fanning herself by the window.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that they come in the room?
Yeah, they come back into the room.
Okay. Like as soon as the children are gone or whatever, and okay, like Aerith has tears in his eyes and is just barely holding it together and stands up and looks around, like just double check that no one is around, and it goes over to Ezra first, and I believe that this is Velasco.
She's still with us?
Yeah.
Oh, she is?
Yeah. She came out as well with them.
I was like, wait, I don't know.
That's what I wanted to make sure, because I was like, she's with us the whole time.
Yeah, she's walked out with them. But I will say, she just turns to you both as she walks in and says, your friend, Havok, seems to think she might be able to detect some kind of the item that you were looking for. So I'm going to walk her through if you would like to join us. And with that, she leads you out into the hallway, Havok.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go through all the rooms, and I definitely...
Hold on, Havok.
Oh, sorry.
Because we're not there yet. We're taking it.
Sorry.
Are you guys going with her?
No.
Okay. Havok, as you...
I think...
Yeah, Ezra.
Oh, Yeah, I think Ezra would kind of like hang back, but kind of like go, like I'm coming kind of thing, and just lean to Aerith and be like, we had to tell her about the bones.
What?
Stiki also stayed behind and is very, very close so that I can hear the whispering.
Okay.
The whole thing. I'll tell
Irina
you
kind
later.
of comes close to as well.
I grab Ezra's and Stiki's hands and bring them close and look to Irina. I believe that Blasco has been hurting these children.
Why do you think that?
Pause for a moment, Havok. As she starts to lead you up the stairs, you feel a twinge of necromantic energy. Actually, I would say as soon as you stepped back into the big room, you sensed more of it up above you, making you think probably some stuff on the second floor. But as you step in the hallway and start to head up the stairs, you get another ping of necromantic magic coming on the other side of her office door.
I turn to her and I say, "What's in this room?"
That is my office and then my bedroom.
Would you mind if I check in there? You can be with me the whole time.
Yeah, not at all. She opens the door, leads you in. Jump
Okay.
back over to the other group.
Why do you think that?
The children described nightmares, and one of them came up to me, Hannah, came up to me and said that Miss Velasco is a shadow in her dreams that comes and hurts them, and they wake up with bruises on their arms. Is Alex alone? We shouldn't leave her alone with her. And I run upstairs.
Oh my goodness. Ezra would follow.
Dart out of the room. You see Miss Belasco leading Havok into her office.
And I follow.
Oh, you are going to come then?
Yes. In fact, sorry. Got caught up.
I was telling them about how a freak said he loves me, and it feels really. That's it. That's all Stiki says, and he just follows them.
Oh,
Catching
Stiki,
them up on
that's really great. That's awesome.
on the status of Milivosh as well.
What was that, Ezra?
Catching them up on the status of Milivosh.
Gotcha. As you head into the office, you see that it's relatively modest. There's a desk set in front of an aged fireplace. The bookshelves lining the north wall appear to contain mostly official documents and volumes. As you head inside, and Havok, you detect magic, necromancy, coming from the desk.
I turn to Velasco and I say, "What's in the desk?"
What do you mean? I have writing material, some paper. I did have to confiscate some things from the children, so some of their effects.
Okay. I'm sensing a necromantic aura in your desk. Is it locked, or would you open it for me?
In my desk.
Mm-hmm.
She walks slowly behind the desk, pulls out a little key, kind of looks at all of you, then down to the desk, slides the key in, pulls it open, the top drawer, and steps back for you to look.
Mm-hmm. Good. I step around the desk. I say, "Thank you." And I look.
You see a doll that looks very similar to Aerith. You see some paper just kind of thrown in there. And you see a locket, a rusted tin locket.
Okay. Is that where the aura is coming from?
Yes.
Madam Velasco, whose locket is that?
That's Felix's.
Felix.
Yes.
And it belonged to him, or he found it?
He had it when he came to us.
The aura is coming from that. I'm going to cast resistance on myself, and I'm going to pick up the locket.
Okay. As Havok reaches her hand out, picks up the cold metal, it just swings in your hand.
Identify.
Okay. Is that ritualistic, or you're just casting it?
So I have as my Fey touched, I can cast Identify for free once a day.
Gotcha. You're not sensing that this is like a magic item,
Okay.
more or less. Identify, I don't believe. Let me just check something really quick, guys. Yeah. Seems like it's just a locket.
Okay. It's interesting.
The locket
don't
does
think this
open
is-
in your hands.
Oh, okay.
You notice now that you're looking at it a bit more that there is an X scratched into the lid. And you see that there is an inscription inside. Do you speak Celestial?
I do speak Celestial.
I know. I just wanted to ask.
Yeah.
It says, "Let darkness hide from the gaze of the light."
Okay. Oh, someone's hiding something.
What
Is it-
do you mean?
What do you mean?
I think that whatever this thing. Okay, so the inscription says, "Let darkness hide from the light." So I think this locket helps conceal evil from good seeing it.
Does she have any reaction to this?
She looks very confused, mostly.
You said this was Felix's?
Yes. He's only lived here for the past couple of months.
Why did you take it off of him? Did some one of the other children take it from him, or was there a fight?
Some of the other children seemed to be afraid of him, and I saw him swing it around. Looked as though he was going to strike a child with it, so I took it from him.
Did it seem like there was somewhere Felix always went or hangs out? Was he particularly close to either Milovish or the other boy?
I don't believe he was close with them. He always kept to himself.
Perhaps particularly a bully to either of them?
No, he's a young
Or
boy.
were they a bully to him?
No, most of the other kids gave him space. I don't know why, but they seemed to not connect with him. But he didn't seem to mind.
Would you mind? Which room is his? Would you mind if I just?
He'd be in the younger boys' dormitory.
I won't talk to him or anything. I just need to be near him.
All right.
Okay. And I'm gonna hand the locket over to anybody who's gonna take it. I'll just like hold it out, like somebody take this,
Yeah.
and I'll let her lead me to his room.
Okay. So she starts to lead you up the stairs. And as you get up there, you do notice, kind of in every direction, these pings of necromantic magic. through every doorway you see, and you guys can hear the sounds of kids getting ready for bed as you're up there. And you see these different dormitory rooms, but she takes you around the side of the banister, back towards kind of the entrance where you guys came in, on the second floor though. And as she leads you to the dormitory, you see the window, and she stops there for a moment and says, this is the window, by the way. West Cedric.
Is it particularly close to either of the dorms or anything?
It is. I mean, it's fairly in between both the one of the dormitory rooms and then what looks to be the one she's leading you to, the younger boys. And I would say from looking at the other one, it looks like the elder girls' dormitory.
Okay.
She leads you into the room and says, this is where he sleeps. Children, and the ones that are kind of messing around with their beds, instantly kind of snap to attention. It's all right. It's all right. I just wanted to bring... I'm so sorry. I don't know if I caught your name.
Hi, I'm Havok.
I wanted to finish the bedtime story. I was
yes,
about
yes, that would be lovely.
And I sit down on one of the beds and begin to tell the story.
Do any of the kids have a particularly strong reaction toward Miss Belasco?
Oh, they all did. They all very much stood right at attention.
Like,
you could sense some fear. Yeah.
What kind of fear?
You sense it's more than just the fear of a strict person. The fear that that person might do something more.
Okay. I'd kind of give Aerith a little bit of a look.
And in this room, I'm sensing, you said I felt pings throughout the whole floor, right? Of necromancy?
Yeah, now that you're in the room, you're seeing it on the bedposts of each bed. That's where you're feeling it the most.
Miss Velasco, where'd you get the beds?
I don't know if we had them for ages. Blinsky worked on some of them. He's quite the craftsman, and the Aerosec stockyard.
Does Blinsky mark his work with like a, I don't know, like a brand or anything?
No, and you see she's kind of listening to you, but also looking about the room.
I'm looking about the room how? Oh.
Like she's looking for something. Boys, where's Felix? Don't know. Didn't see him. Very good.
So Felix isn't in here.
Where would he be? Ezra's kind of asking that not just to Miss Blasco, but kind of the boys as well.
Make a persuasion check, Ezra.
Nat 20.
Whoa.
One of the boys stands up and says, sometimes he likes to go up to the attic by himself.
Okay, thank you. That's very helpful. Aerith, maybe you would like to stay with the children to finish that bedtime story?
Yes, so as I was saying, the little bats were just sort of flying through the forest.
Miss Blasco, shall we?
Yes. And she leads you back out to the hallway. Yeah, Havok?
Yeah, as we're walking out, as we leave the room, I'm going to turn to him and say, those beds are hurting the kids. You need to get rid of them.
All right.
We can help pay for new beds to be made. But they have necromancy on them, and all over this floor. I'm not just that room. I'm talking all over this floor. You need to get rid of them.
Okay. All right.
We'll help pay for that, so don't worry about that.
She stops outside the window and reaches up for a pull string and pulls down a ladder.
Is this the window? Is this the window?
This second story window is, you see it's broken. Yeah, this is the window.
The window, what's his face got pushed out of or fell out of?
Cedric.
Cedric. I was like, what the
I'd
fuck
like
is this kid's
to
name?
examine what's his name's body, if that's okay.
I did not say that.
I'm just kidding.
I think it's very in keeping with Ezra.
I was like,
Yeah.
the boy. It is keeping with
whatever
Ezra.
his
Oh, for sure.
That small thing.
He's always just like the boy.
But yes, it is that window.
How long is the string?
You all could reach it. Looking at some of the kids that were in that room, they probably couldn't. Some of the taller ones maybe, but yeah.
Okay.
I'll go up first.
Okay.
If that's okay.
Who's staying with Aerith? Who's going with? No, Ezra is going with Havok.
Little demon children.
We hate stories.
No.
And thus was the tale of Aerith.
Stiki, what are you doing?
I think I'm going up.
Okay. I think with that, then Loretta would probably stay with Aerith, just someone in Irina.
And Irina.
Wait, no, Loretta, go.
Loretta sits down
Loretta
right
can
next
stay.
to Aerith. Yeah.
I love a good
Loretta.
story.
Tell me
Havok.
a tale.
As you head up, you see the attic is rather barren of furnishings and otherwise choked with dust and cobwebs. There are a few random piles of clutter, but nothing of much significance. At the far end of the room, by the attic's only window where some moonlight is streaming in, you see a small boy sitting in a lone chair, silhouetted by the incoming light. And that's where we're going to end.
You
I already pushed us 5 minutes after.
Yeah.
I don't want to keep you guys.
No, let's
know,
keep
but
playing.
Still.
I know. Trust me, I know. But that's why we have other sessions. So that is where we're going to leave off for tonight. Thank you so much for watching. And we will be back next time to see what happens to our split party.
Don't
like
say
this.
that.
We're doing a lot of that tonight.
You don't have to say that.
All right.
Woohoo.
From all of us here at Character Player to you, good night.
And help us.
Good night.
Night.
Bye.
Well, good night, y'all.
Oh, good night.